I'm such a somatoform, meaning like you had to like put people into different categories of how to express their pain or anxiety. Think with people who are like prone to addiction, you know? Like we live for the high life, like I want to feel like that first high again, or whatever that euphoria is again. But also, we know what the lowest low feels like. People say you hit rock bottom, and I am a somatoform. It's kind of like something that I just like grown to like love about me, but also because it's a weakness. It's not okay, I'm wrong. It is a strength too. Because I'm such a somatoform, if you try to sell me on an idea or something that I don't like, I'm going to automatically, I'm going to get this feeling that's like a heartburn feeling, but I know it's not even a heartburn feeling. It's an internal feeling. You got to read the book, The Four Agreements, right? I don't want to take away some of the experience of, you know, whoever you are out there who is on the journey of growing and, you know, self-knowledge and understanding. So I'm going to tell you some things that just can't help me to come into self-knowledge. And it's subscribe to School Life. I actually went through some intensive psychotherapy, not because I'm psychotic, but because, the stuff I've been dealing with is like over my whole life. Can't nobody ever like minimize my experience as an underprivileged Black woman. I didn't have a silver spoon in my mouth. I know my birth story for what it is to be, and sometimes to tell the story means that the people who raised you, they make him come into the honesty of the truth. Saying like, I try to just be like chill on the standards that we have today for things, that now that I'm like telling my story out loud to myself, I'm just like, what? But that's only because of the society I live in, because if I were, not around during the current society that we live in, I would have never been able to experience such liberation with speech and being able to like express like my needs, I'd be still stuck in whatever era we were in as humanity and what we accept from each other. And that's how I feel right now. It's just not acceptable to do certain things. It's really not. And at this point in my life, it's some unacceptable things being done to me. Those people will be remembered. I'm saying that because, I'm human and I'm petty right now. But I ain't even gonna lie. By the time it's really time for something to happen to that person and we cross paths again, because I don't doubt that right now we're gonna cross, like, it's gonna be, I'm gonna tell you two things I know that. I don't doubt there's gonna be set, like that there's gonna be a way out for me, because that's what the Bible says. In the book of James, it says, when being tried, let no man say he is being tried by God. You only being tried out with the evil things that are in you. And for me, I know I've done enough self-assessment to know like the things in me, the tempters, the things that keep me from being like, upright and like more righteous than I want to be. I think we all got to just do a personal assessment. And when you come into some more knowledge of yourself, you understand, like, if you're not willing to do these personal assessments, you'll always be like sinning against yourself. And so if you want to know like what makes it different for somebody to have control over their life versus somebody who doesn't emotionally have control over their life, it's really the person who's ready to do a self-assessment so that they can come into knowledge of themselves. Like, what are my strengths and weaknesses? What do I need help with? who can I reach out to that, to help me for that or not? A lot of us just really ain't willing to do the work. And that, I think, is what differentiates. And I think in whatever most of us do in life, we could say that if we're good at it. I have to be excellent at what I do. But, like I said, most of us who can even say that we're good at what we do in life, like this, I'm doing something I went to school for. That's what I mean good. Meaning, what I mean is not like necessarily like you're making oogobs of money at all. Because money really don't mean like success. If you don't know what to do with it afterwards, people be getting like lottery settlements and all that type of stuff. And that's what I mean. Money don't equal success. I've met a lot of people who come into money and don't know what to do with it. That's why I read a book and it said if you're gonna be a millionaire, you ought to. If you're gonna have $1 million, you ought to become a millionaire. That way you learn how to keep it. I know what I've used to kind of give me here on a wisdom level, so to speak. And I don't want anybody to be fooled to think that you gotta be like wise already. Like, we different in age and just kind of all that, and enjoy who you are and just taking the process of life and growth, all that. Because just taking the process, I feel like if you don't have a sense of gratefulness, you will develop it because you'll slow yourself down. And you won't be so quick to judge yourself. You'll be like, I'm just taking the process.